Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and as we're accustomed to, after 11 rounds, Dubsy, Murph and I are still very close in the championship. We have a slim lead over Dubsy. We've now got a wet qualifying here at Spa, and we're absolutely buried in the field at this point. 6th, now 7th in the rain, and struggling quite a lot with Rafa in front at the time. And Rafa goes purple again, but Dubsy snatches it from him, quite amusingly to some of us, because Rafa had prematurely started celebrating that. Good job to Dubsy. We're going to come across the line here to grab 4th, so that's salvaged from what happened earlier in the session where I was just struggling for pace outright. Still quite a way off the front two, but as you can see there, if it was dry, Danny and I were looking pretty good for some possibly front row starts. But oh well, PBs mean nothing, and the actual session was wet, so Dubsy takes pole position this time in his Williams. So we'll be looking to make sure he doesn't get too much of a gap to us, because he is a potential championship leader if he wins this race. In fact, no matter what, he would take the lead, because if I was second, countback would put him ahead of me a number of wins. Anyhow, the lights are on. 3, 4, 5, and off we go. Not held along by the lights at all this time. Dubsy immediately covering off the left Rafa there, and Danny's on our inside. We're going to go around the outside of her. Rafa's gone completely off the track, and we're all going to go past him. He's down into 4th position. We're up to 3rd. Danny doing well at the moment. Through our rouge, hopefully we can all pick up the slipstream of Dubsy. It's pretty powerful here up the Camel Straight towards Lake Coombe, but also Rafa we have to watch out for, because he's coming behind us as well. He's on our left now. We're going to commit to the right hand side of the track in the slipstream of Danny. Not much room here to go. I'm going to go to the left of Danny. He's still on my left. Holy crap, we're 3 wide, and we've been slightly spun by him. And pretty fortunate. Oh, who's that down the inside? That was the other 4 senior, I think, of Danielson, and now Murph somehow has popped himself up into 4th position. Very fortunate to keep 3rd there, but we've lost the other Red Bull now of HS, so that means a restart after that frantic opening stanza. Lucky stuff for Rafa there, so he was way buried in the field at that point. And off we go again. He is promoted back up to 2nd position. As we get going, we have to start in 4th position as we did the previous time. This time a rolling start, and we've lost a bit of ground there to Danny. Not our greatest rolling start. Danielson behind there in the other 4 India, who was on our right at Lake Coombe last start. So nothing really happening in that opening stanza, and now we're trying to track Danny and probably get past, because the front two are starting to pull away a little bit. She's gone a little bit wide. We're going to have a slight run down here, but nothing really to be done at this point of the track. But she slid wide again, so maybe she's struggling at this point. We might have a shot at getting past, and it looks like the pressure might just pay off in our favour there. And we're through into P3 after Dubsy, who's leading the race, and Rafa in 2nd position. A few laps later, Rafa passes Dubsy for the lead, and we'll see how far behind we are. They started to pull away again, and it's 4.1 to 2nd position in Dubsy. Meanwhile, Danny has fallen 3 seconds behind, but she's still holding off the rest of the pack. A lap and a half later, it's down to 3.3, so we are starting to catch, and now it's 2.4 to Dubsy as Rafa pulls away from him. Rafa's entered the pits at the end of lap 9, and now we're right behind Dubsy. We can see him quite well, and the gap is 2.9 to Rafa, that is, actually. So we've been catching both of them. Dubsy with a little slide there, and he's rubbed the wall quite heavily there. We're both pitting at the end of lap 10, the next lap after Rafa. Everyone is obviously going for a 1-stop. Going to exit right behind the Williams driver. Well, apparently I had a 0.6 second stop. Classic. Anyhow, out lap, we are still putting pressure on Dubsy. Careful not to hit the back of him. And yeah, this looks like a possibility for 2nd position here, and ahead of all my main rivals in the championship. We've got a good run here out of Blanchimont. Can we do anything here around the outside of the bus stop? We got a little bit caught on his front wheel there, so we're going to have to let him back through as we forced him off the track. Unfortunate that that move couldn't be pulled off, but nevertheless, through he goes. Eventually, and we get marbles on our tyres, just to add insult to injury. But no matter, another opportunity later. And Camel Straight, we have DRS, we go flying past with considerable ease really. The DRS is pretty overpowered at this track, I'd have to say. And up into second position, and not really concerned about Rafa as he's so far behind the championship. Ooh, Dubsy almost having a lunge there, but pulling out sensibly. And we'll have to try and get out of DRS so he's not a threat for the rest of the race. But that's not to be, and he does have DRS, and he's going to come flying past here and Kebble the next lap. It's made the pass stick. We're going to brake later, and oh, there was no contact, and we've gone around the outside at Lacoon. Possibly one of the best moves of the season. Look at that in slow motion. We turned just a little bit out of the corner to avoid the Williams, and just missed him and almost cut that corner as well, but not quite doing that. And through with no contact. Good racing there from Dubsy also, not to force us off the track. And the next sector we're 1.1 ahead of him and out of DRS. From there, Rafa goes on to win the race. And we are in second, pulling away quite considerably from Dubsy, catching up that 4 seconds in the first stint, and then adding another 4 to that. So we basically gained 8 seconds our race on Dubsy. And our lead is out to 10 points. So that's a positive thing. I've been Jacko. See you guys next time for Monza.